What's going on, you guys? Before I start this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Guys, follow me on Snapchat, or if you have not, I pretty much said over there that I would wait until I got off to upload a video, but I'm not even gonna cap to you. I'm gonna be really tired and I'm pretty wired right now, so I thought I would make a video going through the whole process of like my eBay store and like what happened and like what's coming up for me, like my strategy and everything else, without saying too much. So let's go all the way back to 2019. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I have a mentor. Her name is Christiana Hurt. She's the owner and founder of Wealthy College Kid. That's her own brand. So she teaches people how to make money online through e-commerce. So back in 2019, she dropped this course, drop shipping through eBay. Now, mind you, eBay has been around for a long time. People sell things on there. It is a very good platform to have a second stream of income and to make money on. So she pretty much dropped this course because at that time I was really, I'm not gonna say I was naive, but I was really trying, like I was overly stressing myself out trying to figure out Shopify. Now, for some people, Shopify comes easy, but for me, it was complicated. But knowing what I know now versus back then, Shopify is really not that hard. I feel like back then I was just overly complicating it to the point where I just made it way harder than what it was. So she wound up dropping this course called Drop Shipping Through eBay. So I wound up purchasing it because I ain't even gonna cap to you. Your girl is really good at getting like discount codes. So she would drop a lot of discount codes. So I would like use those and get like 25% off, 30% off, because I'm not gonna lie, her courses, some of them still are way out of my price range, and I'm not even gonna cap. I'm being transparent as possible. They're out of my price range, but that course was, I believe at that time it was like $250. So I discovered it when she like first dropped it, $250, but there's a sale running now for only $97, but it was $250 at the time. So I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. My mindset back then, I was only focused on two things. One, paying off my student loan debt, because at that time I was in debt for $28,000. That was plus interest. Now it's $30K. That's with plus interest. So my goals back then was to just pay off my student loans and become rich, pretty much. So I ended up purchasing the course, and I'm following like literally step by step. So I ended up hiring like a VA. If you guys don't know what a VA is a virtual assistant. You can look for virtual assistants on Freelancer, or you can search for them on Upworks. I was searching for VAs on Freelancers. That was the first time I ever heard of a VA. I never heard of a VA. Like, honestly, I didn't even know how I was going to do it. I was pretty much just following step by step. So I wound up hiring a VA through freelancer.com. It's also an app, and it's also a website. So basically what you do is she shows you how to set up a proposal. Proposal meaning what you want done, basically. So you set up a proposal, and I wound up hiring this lady. Mind you, the best solution, or from what I was told, just based on that, it's best to hire people that are outside of the United States, outside of the country. But what they don't tell you is that it can get tricky because, for example, if you're in the US or if you're in Canada and you hired a VA that is halfway across the world, you guys are in totally different time zones. So they work on a different schedule as you. Like, prime example, when I was doing this, while it was daylight here in the United States, it was wee hours of the morning for her. So my biggest mistake was not setting up a proper schedule meaning when it was like 3, 4 something in the morning here, it would be daylight where she was. So that's when she worked, was like 8 a.m. her time, which would be like 3:30 to 4 a.m. my time. Now, this was before I even started working an overnight job. I used to work at this place called the City Museum. It's basically like a kid and adult like park. Like, you do a whole bunch of shit there. It's undescribable, but it's just a place you would have to see for yourself. But where I messed up was I did not properly set a time schedule to communicate with her, because all that was on my mind was, all right, I hired a VA, so I'm gonna make a lot of money, so I really don't have to do much. So everything was running smoothly. If you don't follow my Snapchat, I will put that in the description box down below. Follow me on Snapchat, because I actually posted what I was actually making in profit. So mind you, I hired a VA, and I was paying this VA $250. Mind you, you guys, I'm part-time at this time. I'm part-time at this moment. And my paychecks really ain't shit. Like, I'm part-time with no benefits. I'm overworked, underpaid, underappreciated. I'm making like $10.45 an hour, which really ain't no money. It's no money at all. Correction, no money at all. So I'm paying this VA like $250. She's working like 80 hours. I forgot how much she was getting paid an hour, which personally, that was another mistake of mine, because I did not set a budget of how much I wanted to pay out and how much I was willing to spend. Like, all that was on my mind was like, get rich and pay off my student loans. That's not how that works, obviously. So everything was pretty much being set up, and communication was great at first, and she started listing products. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I was legit one of those people that was like, thought I could get rich overnight. I'm not even gonna lie, I thought I was one of those people that could get rich overnight. And what month did I start? So the month that I started in, I would say I started in the mid-March or early March is when I hired the VA, told her exactly what I wanted to get done, was like listing inventory, handling shipment payments and everything like that. Mind you, you guys, this was in March. I did not get any type of sale for almost a month and a half. And I was honestly losing faith. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty much hitting this VA up like, I'm paying you and I'm not getting paid anything. Like, what's going on? Like, why am I not making any money? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's just, this is stupid, and I don't know like what's going on. And I'm thinking I got scammed, but really, it all requires patience, which at that time I didn't have no patience, because I was like, I have student loans I have to pay for, and I'm trying to make some money and fix my life, and I'm thinking it's gonna happen overnight, which was really delusional. And I'm not even gonna cap of me, it was really delusional, because it doesn't work like that. So April 29th at 6:46 p.m. Mind you, this day was a very bad day. Not for me, but just like, it was too much going on that day. And I remember I was sitting down and I heard like a ding. So I picked my phone up and I looked, and you guys, somebody bought like their first product from me, and it was $94.95, I believe. Mind you, I was so excited, but I was also shocked, because I was like, wow, like, you know, this actually works. Like, this actually works. But what I didn't know was eBay has a certain percentage that they take from you just by listing, just by making the product go live. Like, mind you, this was told to me, but I wasn't really soaking it in. like I should have been. But eBay takes like, at that time, they took like a 10% fee from you. So it says it says that I made $95.95. But once you take like that 10%, and then at the time they were partnered with PayPal, which now they're partnered with Payor. Sorry if my hand was blocking my face, but they were partnered with PayPal at first. PayPal had a transaction fee, which was like 15 to 20%. Now, out of that $95, truth be told, all I got back was 60 some dollars. Okay. And then what they also don't tell you is at that time, PayPal would hold your funds until the product was shipped to that said person. They would hold your funds. And the only way you would get them released is if you would have to call PayPal and tell them like, hey, I have a product here. It's being shipped to blah, 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 blah. Here's the tracking number ZX42789. And once you give them the tracking number and it's valid, they will release your funds. But you would have to stay on them about that, about getting your funds released. Mind you, I'm part-time, okay? So I'm not making that much money. So on top of the money sitting in my seller's account and sitting in my PayPal account, mind you, I'm paying said VA, but also I'm paying for said product to be shipped. So not only am I paying for said product, I'm also paying to have it shipped to said person. So mind you, I'm at least coming out of pocket way more than what I'm getting back. This is why it's important to set a budget, which I wasn't thinking that at the time, because the only thing I was thinking was make money, pay off student loans, get rich, and disappear. Doesn't quite work like that. So when I got my first sale, I was excited, I was shocked, and I was nervous, because what I've been striving for is what was happening. And it was nerve-wracking because I was like, man, like, this could work. Like, this could really work. Mind you, you guys, not that same day, but the next day, I woke up, I had $210 in my seller's account. So I was like, okay. So this is real. Like, this shit is real. Like, it could honestly work. So over a month span, I grossed like $1,000 even in my seller's account. But when I'm telling you guys about these transaction fees, it costs money to list the products. It costs money to make them products go live. It costs money to ship the products. It costs money to purchase the products, obviously. And I did not set a budget, and that was my huge downfall. And so while I'm working, and I'm working part-time, and I'm trying to pick up hours, but if you guys know, you work 9 to 5s, then you know, if you part-time, it's only a certain amount of hours you can get. You can't get nothing higher than what position you work. Part-time position, full-time position. I'm part-time, so I can't work extra hours. So I, at the time, had to work events. So everything was going good with the VA that I had. And then I'm not going to lie, I'm going to just warn you guys, if you guys think about getting a virtual assistant, be mindful that you're going to have to fire a lot of them. And you're going to have patience with a lot of them, because a lot of them make really stupid mistakes. Like, they make very stupid mistakes. And it's like, what is the point of me paying you and you're making mistakes, and I could teach myself how to do this? And so everything was copacetic for a month, and then everything just went like from here to like basically like a graph, like a chart. Or think of it as like stocks. Everything is going great and then it just plummets. So that's pretty much what happened to me. So I had to change like my password 1,000 times. Like there were people that ordered products from me. You guys, this is another thing too as well. If you ever decide to drop ship on eBay or even sell products online, there will be people that order things the same day and then be like, I didn't get my package. Where is my tracking number? Can you give me a minute because you just ordered this yesterday? You ordered this yesterday. Can you give me a moment? Like, can you give me a minute? So you will run into a lot of people that's like that will literally order something from you and then not even 24 hours later hound you and be like, I didn't get a tracking number. Where's my package? I ordered it yesterday. You ordered it yesterday. And you didn't order express shipping. You didn't order 1-day shipping. And if it says give me 3 to 5 business days, give me 3 to 5 business days. But I was dealing with that. I was dealing with customers that were really impatient, that didn't want to fucking wait like 3 to 5 business days. Like, I've waited longer for fucking packages. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've waited like 2.5 weeks for a goddamn package. The only time I would send an email is if like it's like 3.5 weeks, close to a month, and I'm just like, okay, well, I ordered this a month ago. Like, but I'm not gonna hound somebody if I ordered something yesterday. I'm not gonna hound them 24 hours later and say, oh, I didn't get it. That makes no sense. So on top of me dealing with that, I had to change like my Amazon account and my PayPal account passwords 1,000,000 times because there was miscommunication with me and my freelancer. But that's not the kicker part. She started to fuck up, which was making me upset because she would take like 2 weeks to ship these people's shit. But mind you, this is coming out of my pocket, okay? It's taking you forever to process orders, but yet this is coming out of my pocket. So people would order products, but she would take forever to process them so they could be purchased, so I could ship them. Well, correction. I would purchase it with my card. She would ship it. Plain and simple. And so she just started to really slow down, and she was just saying, oh, well, you know, I've just been really tired. And I'm just like, I'm not paying you $250 that I don't have for you to be fucking tired. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I don't know what's going on over there halfway around the world, but I'm tired too, because I'm sitting up here working all of these fucking events, tiring myself out at this job, part-time, barely have any money, don't even have no fucking benefits. So if I break my leg, then I can't even do shit about it. So, you know, like, I was just like, I don't give a damn. Like, these people want their shit. Like, they purchase this shit, they want their shit. So then people started opening cases up against me on eBay. So when someone feels like they're being played or scammed on eBay, they can report you. So they can report you and say, hey, I never received the tracking number. Now, eBay does not play that shit. eBay is very strict. Like, they do not play that shit at all. So I had one case open up against me. So I'm telling my freelancer, like, they're opening up these cases saying that I'm taking their money. But I wasn't even taking their money because, one, the money was on hold. And I couldn't get the money unless I had a tracking number. And I didn't have a tracking number because she was taking forever to process the orders so they could be purchased with my card so I can get them shipped. Now, mind you, you guys, I didn't know how to do this on my own. Like, the easiest thing to do is pay somebody to do something for you. But the mindset I have now, I'd rather just sit down and learn it and fail and learn and do it myself than pay someone to do it, which is what I'm in the process of doing right now. as of today. That was a lesson back then, but now I know. So I had one case open up against me, and they were like, eBay sent me a message. It was like, hey, this person never received their tracking number. Like, what's going on? Is everything cool on your end? So I had to pretty much write them and say, yes, everything is cool. I'm just waiting for it to be processed. Or, I would hit her up. And literally, I was getting so frustrated with her that I was waking her ass up in the middle of the night, and I didn't even care. Like, it was daytime over here, but it was like 3, 2 in the morning there. I was like, I don't care. You need to wake up because we need to get these orders processed. And it was just getting really bad. This is why I'm hesitant, and I really don't like working with VAs because they make stupid ass, simple ass mistakes, and it's really annoying. So, you just have to be mindful of what type of VA you want, and you have to be like specific, but don't feel bad if you got to fire them. Like, just like a job will fire you for not doing your job right. You're basically the boss. You're paying them. So if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, how you fire them, stop paying them, period. So I was waking her ass up, and I was literally like, we have orders that we have to literally process. So she was like, yeah, I see that there's a case, I can handle that, blah blah blah. But she would just move so slow. She would go from doing everything to like literally just slowing down. So after the first case was open, that was resolved. Then more people started to report my page. I think I got reported I had cases open up against me, and there I go, touching my face. And I had like more cases open up against me. I think I had a total of 5 cases open up against me in 1 month. To the point where eBay was like, nah, like, you feel scamish, we're gonna have to restrict your account. So, but before they restricted it, I got really fed up with this VA, and I was just like, look, I don't think this is gonna work. So I just stopped paying her, and I was just like, yeah, it's a wrap. Mind you, I searched on Freelancer. So mind you guys, my account got restricted in September. So I went from selling April, May, June, July, August. I was only selling for 5 months. And my account got restricted by September. This is why I hate the month of my birthday, because September and January are like bullshit months. And I hate the fact that September is a bullshit month. Beautiful weather in September, but bullshit month. Like, there's always bullshit in the month of my birthday, and I don't get it. So, my account got restricted. Mind you, I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's just gonna be restricted for a few days. Though that few days turned into 2.5 years. My account just got unrestricted 2.5 weeks ago. This was in 2019, you guys. 2019. And it's 2022. My account would have got unrestricted sooner, but who would have knew that when the year 2020 came, there was going to be a pandemic, and now we're at where we're at. And it doesn't seem like these Pokemon variants are going anywhere. We're just going to have to live with them. So, account got restricted in September 2019. Little did I know that this process would turn into a 2.5 year thing. Did not know that it would take this long. So, mind you, I'm contacting eBay, right? The end of 2019, I'm contacting them, and I'm like, I don't know how to get my account unrestricted, because at the time they were like, oh, you have to send like a bunch of invoices. So, I did not know how to get a hold of the invoices that were in my PayPal account at that time. Did not know how to do it. So, I'm pretty much like talking to them like, well, I don't know how to do it. Can someone walk me through it? So again, I feel like I was making a situation harder than what it was and what it needed to be. And so I was just like, man, you know what? I don't know how to do this. So I got very discouraged and I left it alone. Then I was motivated the beginning of 2020 because everybody was talking about 2020 visions, the year of focus. But little did we know 2020 was the year of hell and disease. You know, I'm just putting it out there. So when the whole world shut down, literally nobody was at work. Nobody. Except for the basic essentials like food, water, and groceries. Other than that, nobody else was at work. Nobody. So the people that normally you can call an assistant for eBay, they were not answering the phone anymore. So you have to talk to an automated service. Mind you, I don't like automated services because you cannot help me answer the questions that I have. So that was really complicated. So I had to leave it alone for a whole year by force. Not by choice, but by force, because everything that was going on. Plus, I was out of work like everybody else. Didn't make no money. And I'm literally looking online and I'm seeing like people just making like a shit ton of cash. Like for e-commerce, it was the best thing because everybody was at home. So, you know, like people are purchasing shit offline, which I'm gonna be honest, in my mind, I was like, how are people purchasing shit offline if we're not even getting paid and everybody's broke and struggling and literally going broke? This was before people were getting paid unemployment and all of that, like blah, 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 stimulus checks. This was before all of that. People were literally dirt poor. So, but I'm seeing all this money that's being made. So I'm like, damn, I'm really missing out, because just imagine if none of that would have happened in 2019, where I would be currently and as of now. But at the same time, everything happens for a reason. It was a lesson, and I am happy that I learned those lessons. Now I know what to do as of right now. So, once people were getting paid, and then like the back end of 2020, early 2021, when everybody was pretty much going back to work, I was running into the same issues. So I'm calling like these, calling the eBay assistants, and I'm actually on the phone with them, and I'm like, yeah, so my account was restricted last year, and they're talking about invoices, and I'll be honest, I don't know how to get to the invoices. Could I get like a walkthrough? So they kept forwarding this email. It was like, just fill out this document, you know, attach the invoices, proof of products. And I'm like, but the problem is I don't know how to get to the invoices is what I'm saying. So they were like, oh yeah, it's like very, very easy. Just go and get the invoices. And I'm like, do you not hear what I'm saying to you? Like, I don't know how to get the invoices. Like, I'm not sure if they're even still up there, because this was from a year ago. Like, I'm just like a year and a half ago. And I'm just like, I don't know what, like, you want me to do. Like, I don't know how to get the invoices. That's why I'm calling you to ask for a walkthrough. So they kept forwarding this email telling me, yeah, just send proof of ID, mail, and the invoices. And I'm like, and I'm getting really frustrated at this point, because not only do I have to keep re-explaining my story, y'all, 2.5 years going on 3 is a long ass time to keep telling the same story, to keep saying the same thing, and they just don't get it. So it was like really, 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 really frustrating, because I was like, I don't know, like, I'm explaining my story to you and you don't seem to get it. So I'm getting really agitated and really peed off. And when I tell you, you guys, I literally had to cuss their ass out. I don't know how many times I had to yell at them. I had to scream at them. I had to cuss them out. I know they was getting tired of me, because mind you, this was another stream of income that was beneficial, but at the same time, it was complicated, but it was beneficial. I'd rather have 2 streams, 3 streams, 4 streams of income. I need help. Like, I don't know how to get these invoices. So finally, after a long ass time, I finally figured out how to get the invoices. I literally had to sit down, become patient, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I have a tendency of becoming very impatient at times. So now I have to really calm down and be like, okay, how can I figure this out? So I got really fed up and irritated with them telling me, oh, you need the invoices, you need the invoices. So I was like, let me sit down and try to figure this shit out on my own. Because clearly you're not going to help me, even though I've said like 1,000 times that I don't know where to find them. So I just had to take it upon myself to do it myself. And after I figured it out, I'm still calling you guys and I'm still being given the runaround. Like, it was so bad to the point where they were like, oh, well, we can't forward the email anymore because we sent it a X amount of times. And I'm just like, great. Just great. So I can't receive the email so I can put in the information because I finally found the invoices. I can't do that now. So now I have to, it's just up in the air. So, mind you, the whole year of 2021, I'm calling, cussing them out, yelling. I'm tired of telling my same story. Like, I'm literally calling them, cussing them out, and I'm literally yelling. And I'm like, I need to get back into my eBay account. And they're like, oh, yeah, so what's your name? And blah, blah, blah. What's your situation? Like, y'all, I was calling so much that they knew my first name and my situation off rip. I was calling them like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, everybody that I got on the phone with, I was just flat out like, this is my first name, this is my last name. They're like, oh, thank you for being an eBay customer service. I was like, I don't care. I don't care about the loyalty or none of that. Like, I was like, so I'm tired of telling my same story and it's irritating me. And they were just like, oh, yes, we see your case. We're going to send it to, I guess their higher up boss or their supervisor or whatever. And I was like, yeah, like the last lady that I talked to, like, I'm not going to say I can laugh at it now, but I do feel bad for being like so aggressive towards her. But at the same time, like, I was really frustrated. Like, 2.5 years is a long time to keep repeating yourself and telling someone like, this is my situation, this is my issue, help me. Like, y'all steady giving me the runaround because one minute they would say, oh, your account is unrestricted, so you're free to sell. But then when I tried to post anything, it was like, no, your account is restricted. You can't post anything. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So I do feel bad for being really aggressive towards the last young lady that I talked to because I was really mad. Like, I was just like, listen, I'm tired of explaining my story. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just tired of y'all giving me the runaround because y'all always say, call me back in 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. And I've given you like a week and 2 weeks and y'all steady giving me the runaround. So after all of that, y'all, after 2.5 years, my account is finally back in motion. So basically I have to start from square one, meaning I can only list 250 products. I'm only limited to listing 250 products. But at first I was like gradually like building so I could list up to 500 products. But now I'm back at square one, which is totally fine with me. And I can only list 250 products. And I said, that's fine. You can do that. It's not going to intimidate me because I know what to do now. But eBay has changed a lot in the last like 3 years. And now that I think about it, the only reason my account is back active and it took so long was because eBay is not even partnered with PayPal anymore. They're partnered with Payor. And I'm familiar with Payor. Payor is also partnered with Max Bounty. It's an affiliate marketing program to where you like run and post ads and you can make money that way too. So I'm familiar with it, but I have to do my research again just to refresh my memory. But honestly, I feel like it shouldn't have took me this long. And I feel like the only reason they restored my account was because you can't use PayPal anymore as a payment provider. You have to use Payor as a payment provider. And I was like, cool. And now, if you guys don't know, back then, you would have to make a total of $2,500 to file that on your taxes if you're doing side hustles. Now they want $600. But it has changed a lot since the last time I've been on it, but the algorithm and the function of the app is still the same. Like, you list, you sell, you make money. But now, if you make $600, you have to file that shit on your taxes. You need to do like a 1099 form. But overall, this process was super long. It was a long, frustrating process, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, it was most definitely a lesson learned. And now I know what to do, and I'm not gonna make the same mistakes. And I'm just at a point now where I really want to teach myself how to do this instead of paying somebody else. This is pretty much I don't want to say short video, but this is pretty much like, a pretty short story to how my account was restricted, how I got it restored, and what I'm doing next. I don't want to spill too much. I kind of want to let my business speak for itself. But I will be back with another video, and I will see you guys later.